Good evening and welcome back. I'm Mike McCollum. We're here for part 2 of the Gray Wolf Symposium and the delisting from the Endangered Species Act. Taking into consideration, some additional questions have to be asked relevant to the subject at hand. One being, what attributes are required for individual states to implement and manage the gray wolf properly? I say, first and foremost, must institute a committee to incorporate scientific, economic, and political interests. And this in mind, we must take into a gambit of considerations, one being, presently, state management programs are not supported by historical and/or scientific data. This in mind directly affects gene pools of existing wolf packs and adjacent wolf packs, and as a result will affect the overall health of all packs in the area. Number 2, an appointed representative from each group should engage in a roundtable style committee whereby all viewpoints should be considered. In conjunction, the federal government needs to implement a watchdog mentality whereby an independent agency ensures all interests are equivocally heard and implemented. Number 3, public education should be heightened. This in return will be twofold in effect, whereby the gray wolf populace and the ecosystem both benefit. Number 4, require a minimum number of wolves be derived from historical data to include weather, human intervention, and culling. Accomplishing these goals will require soothing of anti-conservative groups and the needless slaughter of adult wolves and their young. The present course we are now traveling can question our own motives by asking, for what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world but lose his soul? For a man, in all his own wisdom, shall always put his own needs before the needs of all others. These actions are clearly evident in determining factors driving the delisting of the gray wolf from the Endangered Species Act. Factors which are propagated by individuals and personal agendas involving cattlemen, big game hunters, and even the likes of lobbyists and their respective affiliations. I, as a steward of my own and surrounding environment, shall continue to maintain an agenda to protect all and endangered creatures of the earth. What shall you do? What shall you do? Protecting and preserving the wolf population is simple, really. Wouldn't you think? Here are the required actions, which everyone, including you, need to participate. Number 1, designate buffer zones around Yellowstone National Park and adjacent areas. Number 2, compensate ranchers for confirmed wolf predation. Number 3, prohibit trapping and hunting of all wolves in all states. Number 4, maintain a federal oversight committee. And number 5, last but certainly not least, increase public education. Now, the choice is yours. What shall we do together? Good night. That Sounds good.